Swami Vishnudevananda talks about his early life, his mother, who was a Swami, and Master Shivananda, Hari Om Tat Sat.
There was a special function called Shivaratri dedicated to Lord Shiva. That one of the day Master initiates students into sannyasa or Swami. Brahmakarna already a Swami for several years. And Master asked her, she just came to see me. Would you like to take sannyas? And of course, she's married and her husband, my father is still alive. And they get take a Swami or they can't go back home. She can't go back home. She said, yes, Swami. And so, when his mother out in 3 days, she became another Swami. Her faith without a people. Since childhood, she had this tendency to spiritual inspired. And now, if I had gone back home, I'm sure I will be never happy with my home life because I'm not intended to live in that type of small family, friends, and children and so on. That is not inherent in my mind at all. I could see it not at that time. Now I could see that's what I will be. In my past life, I have no idea of this individual family and family life. It's not there. So anyhow, my mother also became a Swami. My father came here, he hasn't got some scholars to see me, to take me home. That's about 2 years earlier, he came to see me. And he went back home within 3 days. So that was the story of my parents. Anyhow, that's the day I closed the chapter on father and mother, that already other beings in this universe are all my father and mother. That was a teaching the teaching I learned from my great master. So now I have a little bit more peace and strength. Now I determine definitely, I'm definitely ready to stay. Still I have to go several stages. So many things I have to pass through. It's only a first beginning stage of my life. Then I was initiated in the Brahmacharya, and within 6 months I became, my name was known as, originally as something else, but now I am known as Brahmachari Vishnu Chaitanya. You initiate into Brahmachari. Then after 6 months, after that initiation, I was one of the youngest Swami to become. I was known as Swami Vishnu Devananda in initiation. Generally, to become a Swami takes several years. Masters sometimes stay 6 years or 7 years or 8 years before Master initiates you into a Swami. And some Masters are very strict and see whether the student has the strength to become a Swami. But Master Swami Shivananda has got a different idea. He thinks most of the people who come to him, they've got sannyas samskaras or impressions in them, but they are afraid that they think they may not have the strength. In fact, no one is actually perfect to become a pure Swami. It's not possible in one life to become a completely and pure Swami, to follow a very strict rules. In one life it is not possible. So Master thinks, even if someone may not be able to 100% Swami, he can only be 20% Swami, it's much better than no Swami at all. So that's what his idea is quite different from all of us. So other Swamis didn't like it, other Gurus didn't like it. Swami Shivananda initiates everyone into Swami order. And that's not the right thing, so that's such a policy. But each one is better to be, it is better to aim to a line and catch him than aiming, jackal and catch it. Anyone can catch a small frog or data, but to catch a line you must be strong. So aim high, even if you fail, but much better. So that's what Master's idea. So in one life you may not be able to do 100% Swami, even 20% Swami in this life. Next life you'll be another 40, you can do 60%, so it's closer, is it? So that way. So he didn't know, I didn't know, actually you must know that I didn't go to beginner Swami, I never had even the strength to beginner Swami. But it is his strength and power. He gave me the initiation in 1 year, though I was 40 and 19 only. So at the age of 19, people generally take Swami only in the 30, 40, after 10 years of staying. And within 1 year I became a Swami. And not only that, I was appointed as the youngest professor of Hatha Yoga, first professor actually, senior professor. This is the time Master started in 1949. Master started the Yoga Vedanta Forest Academy, Forest University, and he took 4 of his disciples, and each one he allotted a particular yoga. Master teaches all yoga. He is the master of all yogas. There are 4 main yogas: Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. And Karma Yoga is the path of selfless service. Bhakti Yoga, the devotion. Raja Yoga contains Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Lay Yoga. And Jnana Yoga is the Vedanta, philosophy. Master synthetic. He practices integral yoga, synthetic yoga, synthesis of all yoga. And but some of us, each one of these students has a specific tendency to follow one yoga more than others. For instance, I like Hatha Yoga and Raja from the very beginning, as you know that when I met first time Master, everything pulled me into me. I could do asanas and pranayamas, all came. I didn't learn asanas, pranayamas just like I teach you. In fact, asanas and pranayamas, even ashram, in the very ashram itself, was not taught at that time very clearly. But Master awakened all the my past knowledge, and then I revived this whole yoga from the past, which was almost in India, which was lost many times, long time ago in India, it was not known there. So, he appointed me when I was 19, the first senior Hatha Yoga professor. And the other, like Swami Chidananda, he made Raja Yoga, and other Swami, Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. So different Swamis used to give lectures and talks on this subject. Master used to come and sit and work. Now, first of all, I didn't have any qualification to be a professor. I didn't even learn things properly from the Master. I'm only here for the year and a half now. I was a little bit scared because I don't know what I'm going to teach. People will be coming and asking me to teach. Am I ready? I must have been practicing yoga. But Master said, don't worry. I said, you'll be. And that was sufficient. He was behind me. The moment I start teaching, it starts pouring. As if I know that someone is there behind. That's the Master. He is using me as a way to communicate and to help the people. I could feel that I could answer things with many questions which I couldn't even, I was amazed myself, how could I answer questions? Somewhere I'm able to switch on and the answers are pouring. And that is Master is touching them somewhere. So my body and my mind become an instrument in the hands of my Master to bring Hatha Yoga, to reawaken Hatha Yoga. Naturally, at those days I didn't have so much experience as I'm having now. But then slowly, the methods came, step by step, how to divide the Hatha Yoga, how to start, how to finish it. So the whole thing, the whole system now you are learning It's been completely brought from my past experiences and made into a specific, method which you are now going to teach. Many people have been learned from me, teaching thousands of students now. That's only one aspect. But am I progressing? That's one thing. I am teaching now to everyone. That's very easy to teach. But what happened to me? But I am progressing. That is my main but. It is not that ego. The hidden ego is still there. Is I slowly working it out or it is building up the ego? It's very difficult to see your own fault. And this is what happened. It's now almost a year and a half. During this day, just one big incident happened. I'll take that incident and then we'll go something more, my other experiences and that. That's the day, one morning, one of the asked new students, what we told for inmates, arsenic, came to Master Sisters only go for 6 months, the new arrival. He came to the Master, but he wants to go back home. So the Master asked why? I don't know, I had to go back home. But Master knows this man's life. He is a married man. He's only in his early 20s. But his wife committed suicide because of his life and she couldn't take him anymore. And so he didn't have any peace of mind. So he left the home to find some peace because wife is committed suicide and he is absolutely lost himself. So he came to Shivananda's ashram. It's not intention to stay permanently, or at least to get some peace, maybe or. So Master gave him simple work and asked him to some japa and so forth to get peace of mind. Master is very compassionate to people like this. After 6 months, he wants to go back home. Well, that's no harm if he wants to go back, but he also demand that he wants fare to go back home. That is, his home is in South India, 2,000 miles, and our option always run in debt. Master always gives more than what it comes. This is about his nature. He feeds about 200 people, and they have to have food for them, and always in debt, always. Plus he prints books and gives free books, free literature, free food. It is, that his heart is always want to give. So there was no money. Actually, we are running dead sometimes. It's so bad, we have sometimes others of these few families will go and beg our own food outside in the earlier days. So the Master said, I don't want to say what state of mind he was, but I don't know at that time. And I was there at that morning. His Master saw if it happened in the morning. So he said, it's not possible at present, we don't have the money. Take a few more months and get yourself peace of mind instead of going back home. Now, he was not satisfied with what happened to him. He just left Master, went to his room. Next evening, next morning, for the first time, then at the time Yoga Varna Forest Academy started, our class starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. And Master always used to come for this morning to give us encouragement. But we will be eating and talking, but he will be there. Because that's the first time starting, the President wants to give us encouragement. I said, I'll go always with him to take his bags and bring him up all the time. But this early morning, he asked not anyone to follow him. He wants to walk alone from the Ganges to the place where our lectures are conducted, like an open lecture like that. He insisted that he wants to be alone, no one should follow him. So we I didn't go generally, I didn't go early morning to help him bring him up. So he was working. But that one particular morning he didn't come at all. They were not punished because he never missed it. And naturally we can't go and knock his door. Why he didn't come? Because he won't. If he doesn't come, he doesn't open his door, we cannot go inside. That's the rule. So we waited till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, as usual, waited to open, to come out. See what happened, maybe he's sick or what. So as usual, 9 o'clock, he opened the door. He came out and he was okay. And there was nothing unusual. So we kept quiet. And that evening, as usual, after supper, I was carrying his bags and lights and few other people. I was coming up to a bhajan house, where yoga hall, where we meditate evening. And as we were coming up on the way, Master asked me, Vishnu Swami, this is he addressed me, Vishnu Swami. Vishnu Swami, there is a Govindan's room. There is a man yesterday who came for money, a man who wants to go back home, which is his room, got a lot of rooms. And, so Swami, I think he is staying such and such place. Take me first there before we go to the yoga hall, let us go there and I want to talk to you. If Master's mind of the having things, he said no, because he can't say no to anyone. That is hard. He wasn't about any money. If he had money, they give him immediately. But still, he has the feeling of a man. He cannot do that. That's one, another motive of his. Never have about feeling. He knew that he had the feeling of another man. So he wants to go and at least apologize or what, I don't know. So please take me there. So I let him back because I used to have a lantern at night. We don't have electricity there. A small hurricane lantern. And I was showing that light. So the light here working up the mountains. So various cottages and I took to his room. I still remember that particular day. I will never forget it. I brought Master and there are other devotees who are generally following us. And Master came and knocked the door and he opened. He was in a very depressed mood. So I asked Govindan, how are you? He didn't answer. He just slowly said, you really want to go home? You know, it's not good. You really want to go home? He just showing, but never answered anything yes or no. Because maybe he's hurt, maybe he's angry, maybe we don't know what he's thinking about. But after 10 minutes, Master asked him, he's not answering. Maybe God, it's not the time to bother him too much. Okay, this time let us go, I will talk to him tomorrow. Okay, we don't want, so again, Master, he wants to give a privacy. Maybe he's not in a good mood, but he should not too much bother him. So we came back and we went to the yoga hall. Master to sit just on the door as usual, and the two rows of people, one side women and men sit on the side. And then as soon as we come Master comes, I take Gita and we read the Gita first. And when we dim the lantern, that's only light again lantern, that hurricane lamp. We dimmed it a little bit, and in the semi-darkness we start meditating. At that time, after 15 minutes of meditation, whenever I face Master go, say Master be sitting there, I'll be facing there. At this time I sat there and facing other side of the group. Master is that side of the group. We generally don't sit directly in front of the Master. That is not the right thing, so we move to get in face that way. And the semi-darkness, suddenly I heard some noise. Suddenly the breaking of the glass, thunder and so on. So just we all woke up from our silent meditation, still darkness. So I looked in the little bit of light there. I looked at the same where the thing come up. And Master is sitting there and there is someone beating on Master's head. Just an instinct, naturally. I jumped from there and everyone was stunned. And naturally I was always with Master. So it's my natural instinct to protect the Master. So I jumped from the seat and went and caught a hold of him. I don't know who he was, what he was, nothing. And then we put the light on. Then only I saw already, he was sitting 4 times on the Master with the axe. In the right, the Master was just looking at him simply without knowing. And he's sitting on the Master's bare head with a big axe. But somehow it missed all the kicks in the rifle. And I might have been know that when he was using an axe, I thought he was using a stick. But the light of God only we saw that, thank God. One small on his bare head is bald, and I had to split the head in the piece. But actually, I had enough strength to hold him for the time being. Then I was home, and first time I actually gave a real slap. And the Swami, I'm not allowed to do it anywhere. Because I did that. It's just anything, going. And the whole group, the entire devotee came to actually want to kill him at that time. The Master came and removed him. And naturally that was outpost, police outpost and police inspector came. Master said, but don't do anything to him, just keep him for safe for life. No, it's just people to harm, and we are going to send him back home tomorrow. It is not well. So that's what Master said. And then it was a very horrible day. Just narrowly Master spoke to me exactly. So he was in the jail outpost there nearby. Next morning, still I shoot up in the last night's action. We don't want to anything not happen at night time. So we thought we have to protect our Master. Generally the Master sleeps all alone in his cottage and the bank of the Ganges. So we have just a veranda, but it's cold wind is always blowing from the Ganges at night. So anyhow we decided we must sleep outside in case someone at night time. Anyone can come and do anything to the Master. Master doesn't care about anyway. So we stopped sleeping outside in his house at night. I was still shook up from the whole incident. I could see the whole thing, I was still young, only 19, I saw the first time a murder actually with an axe. Each morning after that, Master asked me to go to the office, but instead of going back, he took some flowers and garlands and fruits. Sometimes he goes in the morning to the temple. We thought that he's going to the temple because last night evil nature he wants to neutralize it. Maybe he's going to the temple. So we followed him. But he didn't go to the temple. On the way he just went toward the police station and directly went to the police station as the police officer to open the gate and asked the prisoner who is not temporarily inside. And he came to his own good day assassin, and I will never forget that day. He garlanded his what we call it, this outlaw, his assassin or whoever it is, and worshipped his feet, he dropped the flowers in his feet, and then shrunk completely at his feet after he is prostrating before God. Remember the humility. You remember my first lesson was what? He bowed before me, an unknown Lord. He was also bowed before an assassin, before a murderer. He didn't consider he is a murderer. He only thinks God is trying to test him, test Shivananda, and God is trying to his disciple to test him. That's what he feels. So he thought he worshipped his own with their assassin. And then that boy onwards, we were very purposely become a little bit more careful to see Master's life not endangered by any other person. We try to protect him as much as possible. So now see what happens. That is So what happened to me personally, I was in the same and I was a Hatha professor, a master's personal assistant. I teach Hatha and plus I even saved master's life. All this added to what? Now it will start going up. It's blowing up now. Plus, I had a lot of work to start from the thing. Because life was not very easy, just like here. We had only the limited amount of food and I used to get up in the morning, 4 o'clock onwards and continuously working, attending all the duties and meditation, then evening classes, conducting classes. Then I go back and meditate 9 o'clock and everyone goes to I go to the Ganges and do my own sadhana and meditation 4 o'clock. So very hard I had 2 hours sleep every night. But extremely difficult. So many jobs you have to study, meet and you have to go to the club in the office and even at the study work. Then apart from all this then comes, I'm here for more than 2 hours. What I'm doing all sorts of work and work and work. There's no time for me meditation. There's no time for me sadhana. I can't do no pranayama. Asana constantly private. And Shivananda is not teaching me everything. He only asks me to work all the time. I started seeing what? Slowly, the not only a goal is developing, but its how it is coming up. Slowly, I started seeing sprouts in my master, and they just start building up. By the time, even they actually built a special room in just in master cottage itself, specifically for my use.